Hi guys, I am just making sure that I have everybody ready to go, and then we're gonna just get started and jump in. This will be an hour. I know not everyone can do an hour, but I'm gonna do an hour. And I'll walk you through just basically what I plan to do for my power hour today, and I figure that'll be the best way for us to go about it. So there is a chat over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay. Is anybody chatting? I can't see. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm not able to see any of the chats, but that's okay, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get started, guys. First of all, pat yourselves on the back for popping on because it's a Monday, and I know that Mondays can be tough, especially if you're working another job and then doing this as your side hustle. So huge shout out for all of you who are on right now. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Niki Whiting, and I've been coaching for 5 years. Our team is Beatnik Dynasty. I was previously an elementary school teacher turned stay-at-home mom turned challenger discount coach, and now here we are, Superstar Diamond team. So I am going to share with you, my power hours are different depending on the day. On Mondays, especially today, we have the Lift 4 launch, so a lot of that will be focused around that. And I will have timers set for everything that we're doing just right here on my phone, and I'll let you guys know how much time we're going to be spending in each area. So if you've never been on a power hour, basically what we're doing are just some vital behaviors that are going to get us through it's a solid hour of work. So hopefully when you walk away from this, you're like, wow, I've done so much in 1 hour, and now I have the rest of my day to just kind of maintain your business. If you guys are very serious about plugging into a power hour and really zoning in on that time and doing the things you don't want to do in those power hours instead of listing everything you need to do and doing all the easy stuff, that's easy to do. What you want to do is sit down and do the things that are hard for you to do, especially in a group setting like this when we're all in it together. And that way you're getting more knocked out. And what I'll do from then on is, for example, I'm home with the kids today, so I'll be able to just do more of like business maintenance, if that makes sense, where I'm just going in and responding every once in a while, maybe at lunchtime or nap time, and then I'll be able to do my own personal development and my own workouts and all of that, which is a huge part of your day, honestly. I feel like my business is booming the most when I am on my own personal journey. So if you're starting Lift 4 with me today, I'm so excited. Hope you guys are excited too. And I had my shake for breakfast, and then I'll be having my pre-workout here in a minute so I can work out after this. So anyway, let's jump in. A couple new easy things that we'll do to lead into and work our way up into working are we're going to add some new contacts, some new friends on Facebook and on Instagram. If you have other platforms, absolutely, you can do that as well. But I'm going to find 5 people on Facebook that I have things in common with. For me, I love fashion. I love makeup. I love my kids. I'm a girl mom. I really enjoy lake life and all of those activities, wakeboarding, wake surfing. So I'll find people that I have things in common with, or people who I feel like may need my assistance. I love talking to pregnant women or postpartum moms and things like that. So that is my niche, and I'll be looking for 5 people on Facebook and 5 people on Instagram. I'm going to spend 10 minutes doing that. You can go into groups to do that. You can go into people you may know. You can find people all the time, I mean, throughout your pages. If you are on a likes page on Facebook and anybody, maybe you've run an ad or people have liked your latest post, Go and see if you're friends with them. If not, that's an easy add friend, add friend, add friend, because they've already expressed interest in something that you've shared, but you don't have that connection over on your personal page. So connect yourself to them. If you're looking for someone on Instagram, you can definitely go to your Explore page. When you're on your Explore page on Instagram, let's see here, it'll pop up and there's different channels up top. There's fitness, style, humor, food, sports, decor. So you can go in now and you can actually search up at the top with specific categories instead of just like your basic Explore page. So make sure that you are doing that. And we are going to add quickly 5 to our friends list. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys that you can do, so, and you've probably seen this before, but you're going to click on this little flag on the right side of someone's picture, and it'll ask you to save it to collections. And when you click on collections, you can create different collections. I only have collections for potential coaches right now. This was a new tip that I actually learned as well. So I will add that person to potential coaches, and then that way I can go back and have conversations and engage with those people specifically in a place that's easy to find them. Make sense? Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. We are going to spend 10 minutes doing that. It shouldn't take that long. If you are finished before it's over, I'll challenge you to add 15 people instead of 10. So go ahead and start looking for those new people on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure when you're adding people, it's not someone that, you know, if I'm looking at our mutual friends and a lot of our mutual friends are coaches, I'm most likely not going to add them simply because, one, they may already have a coach, and secondly, I don't really want to be like competing for someone's business. So it's much easier to have a conversation with someone who I don't have any mutual friends in common with, for me at this point. Now, if you're someone who's a newer coach and it's easier for you to talk to people who you do have mutual friends with, absolutely you can do that. But just kind of a heads up with where my brain goes when I'm thinking about who I'm adding. So right now I'm actually going over to my Life page, which is my business page where I run all my ads and things like that. And I am going to find anyone who liked my posts that I'm not connected with and just simply add them as a friend. For example, I just went to my latest post and easily found new people that I hadn't connected with over on my personal page. Another tip on how I find people that I have something in common with on Instagram, it's pretty basic, but I will go into like some of my favorite bloggers and look at their latest post, click on their latest picture, and then look at the comments below. And I'll just check out who is responding below those. Because if we're both following the same person and loving the same things, most likely we have some things in common. And I look for people who already have great social media pages, because it's so easy to talk to someone about having influence or using their influence to build a business when they're already familiar with social media. So I look for that. and then I just click follow. Super simple. And then I can tag all these people and add them to my collections as potentials. We have about 4 minutes left. Okay. Let's give this 1 more minute and then we will move on. Obviously, if you finish beforehand, don't just sit around. There's definitely other things that you guys can be doing with your business. Okay, let's go ahead and do our next easy thing. And we are just gonna take like 2 minutes to do this, honestly. Shouldn't take any longer than that. We are gonna wish everyone a happy birthday. Sounds really easy, right? So you've probably seen this on other power hours. The reason that we do this is because there are probably several people every single day who are having a birthday on your social media platform on Facebook. And it tells you these people have their birthdays today, right next to like your event invites and things like that on the right-hand side of your Facebook. So if you don't have someone who's having a birthday every day, you need to be adding more followers. That's just because you simply have not added enough contacts. You should have people who have a birthday every single day. And if not, that means you need to connect yourself with more people on Facebook. So like today, I only have 7. Some days there's a lot. But what we'll do is we'll just pop in. Some people send a private message. I personally post just on their page. The reason that we do this is because not only does it bring our name back up into their minds, but it also allows us to start engaging again on their social media. If you haven't engaged with that person for a certain amount of time, Facebook's algorithm changes so that we don't see their stuff and they don't see our stuff. So although we're friends on Facebook, we may not ever see each other's stuff because we haven't engaged with each other's pages. So by me simply engaging and wishing them happy birthday, it allows for my stuff to start popping back up on their feed and their stuff to be popping up on mine. So we'll spend literally 2 minutes doing this, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so I just said happy birthday and personalized it a little bit to everyone. 7 different people in like a minute. Finish yours up. We got 1 minute left. And then we will move along. Let's see here. I wish I could see everyone. Okay, we are good there. Now we are going to do something that is a little more time consuming. This will be a 15-minute session. And we are going to be doing all the follow-ups, all things follow-ups. It is Lift or Launch Day, you guys. Hopefully, you're realizing the importance of coaches being a part of launches. It is very important. It is very noticeable when coaches don't express excitement for a program and then wonder why the launch wasn't exciting. And I always tell my coaches is a launch when you make it a launch. It's not going to be exciting. It's not going to have hype. It's not going to boost your volume, your income, or any of those things unless you do it. It is in your hands. So Beachbody has given you plenty of tools. Joel has been posting all over his social media and giving you plenty of tools. There's the coach exclusive test group that's going on right now. And then there's also any of your groups that you're running, either with your team or maybe your upline is running. There's always information out there, your coach online office, there's just so much information. So please make sure that you know that it is important for you to jump on board with the launch and just be able to share that with your followers, because although it may not be a program that is like your perfect program or your dream program, it may be a dream program for several of your followers. So you got to remember that when you're talking about it. Not everyone that follows you wants to do the same thing. So I am going to challenge you guys to follow up with all your Lift 4 potentials. That means any posts that you've done on Lift 4 that have liked or commented, people that have liked or commented on it, follow up with them. If they simply liked it, an easy way to message them is just say, hey girl, I saw that you liked my post about starting Lift 4. I would love for you to see what it's all about and get in there with me. Are you interested in doing a 4-day-a-week program? Something simple, you guys. Don't overdo it. Don't word vomit. You don't have to go overboard on what you're sharing, because we're creating a sense of curiosity marketing. That's what we do so that we can have the conversations and get people excited. So think about it as far as like just following up in a way that's very simple. So, and ending with a question, always ending with a question so that it doesn't feel open-ended like, well, she didn't ask me anything, I don't have to respond. Now, some people won't respond. You've got to be okay with no's. You've got to be okay with ignoring. You have to be okay with that in this business because it's just part of it. But the more people you're reaching out to, number one, the more no's you'll get, but also the more yeses that you'll get. So make sure that you are putting that behind you and know that we're all about to do this too. It's not just you. So sack up. We got this. We got you. We have your back. We're going to do the same thing. And then if someone expressed interest, what's best to do is come up with something that allows you to have a little bit of verbiage about what it's about. I actually created a what is a challenge group video that's short so I can send it to people versus having, you know, the back and forth constantly about the basic questions. And then we can go into detail with their unanswered questions. But think about what works best for you that's the least time consuming so that you can be efficient with your time. So you're going to take, you know, some kind of simple verbiage to respond back to someone that shows they're interested. Obviously, you'll personalize it just a little bit for each person, but if you're using a similar verbiage for everyone, it shouldn't take you that long to pop out some messages to those people. If they have expressed interest and you've had a conversation, now is the time to follow up. Happy day one, just got my workout in and I'm loving it. Everyone is giving great feedback in the group. I just wanted to check in and see if you got everything ordered so that you can start streaming it digitally right now. And that is kind of like where that's as simple as it needs to be. If you've already had those conversations, it's as simple as I wanted to see if you already got ordered so that you're ready to go with us this week. And the other thing is totally cool. If not, people are like, is it too late? It's Monday. You just started. I always say absolutely not. It's never too late. Everything for the most part is streamed digitally and you can print it off. The only thing you would be waiting on are the supplements. So this is not an excuse to be like, well, I already missed the launch. We're still going to have follow-ups. So we are going to spend some time following up on our posts, on messages that we've sent. If you've done stories that have talked about, maybe your Instagram stories talked about the program and people responded back to that, those are all areas where you're going to be following up with these people. I have people right now who are waiting on a link, and we're going to send links. We're going to use Share a Cart. If you have not ever used Share a Cart, please know that it is like the best thing on the planet. You'll go into your Coach Online office, and then from there, you're going to click on, I'm going to say grow my business. Let me double check on that. Grow my business and then share a cart. From there, you can customize the link. There'll be either a customer or a coach, and you're going to put in what package they want, their email and their name, and it sends to them in an email. So that's an easy way for you to send everything out, and it also allows you to go in and view the status. Have they viewed it? Did they order it? What's it looking like pending wise? So we're going to go ahead and spend 15 minutes doing that, and we will stop at around 11:35 Eastern time. I wish I could see comments so that I could be helping. Two things that I did recently was create a what's a challenge group video, and then what is coaching and is the coach life for me video. They're each like 15-ish minutes long, and they were just much quicker than if I don't have like a glance into coaching going on or anything like that. It just allows me to give them something that, here, check all this out, and then let's talk about it afterwards. Because going into the depth of what it is to coach or what it is to be a part of the test group can be a lot, and it's very time consuming. So that has been really helpful for me. Another really effective thing that I've been doing on my Instagram and in my stories sounds super simple, but I've seen a few other coaches doing it as well and thought, I'm going to give it a try. And it's kind of cool because I feel like it's given a sense of urgency and a little bit of FOMO. And basically, I just did a plain background and put like July Boss Babes, and I did 10 slots. So I numbered 1 through 10 and basically said, I'm looking for 10 women to mentor this month. And that means women who I'm going to put in my new coach training, new coaches. They're going to get set up in our coach page. Once they get through the training, they're going to get on a call with me and start setting up their like first steps becoming a coach. So basically it's, you know, who wants to sign up to coach this month and be a part of that. And I started, and so as people joined, I just added their name and then saved the picture, and it's just grown. So now I've got like 6 or 7 slots filled, and I just keep adding a name every time, whichever day it is. And it creates a sense of urgency to sign up because the time slots are filling up. So with, you know, 3 slots left, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I need to jump in on this. And not necessarily are they jumping on board, but I'm having a lot of conversations, reminded me because I'm having one right now. They're asking, how does that work? Or what does that mean? Or I want to be a part of that. Or can you explain it a little more? Or I'm interested. And so it allows you to have conversations about the coaching opportunity and what we do to set people up in their first month of coaching. So that's another idea that you guys may want to use. See what we're working with time. We got 9 minutes. 5 more minutes. Three more minutes. I know some people don't like a countdown, some people do, but just doing it so we can stay on track. Okay, we have 2 more minutes. So start finishing up those conversations that you're having. Also, another tip, and I'm sure that you've, had this conversation with your upline or star diamond upline, but just a little heads up, if you are posting on social media, so if you're posting on Instagram or on Facebook and people respond below, don't just give them all the information below that post. Instead, say, yes, girl, I'm so excited. You're going to love it. Let me message you. Or something below each person's comment. So each person gets a comment. And it allows for more traction and more engagement in your post. More people see it. More eyes are on it. And then you can create a little sense of curiosity there as well, so people know that you're messaging outside of that and having those side conversations versus giving everybody all the information below it. And then it's like, okay, I already know everything I need to know. I don't even need to have this conversation with her. So don't give them everything, but let them know that you're going to message them, and definitely make sure that you are engaging below your post. Don't just post and go. Not meaning that you have to post and then like right away go, but just make sure that you come back to it. All right, we are going to stop right there. And we are going to move on. Okay, so we have about 25 minutes left, so let's do this. The next thing that I want you guys to do is I want you to post to your stories, okay? So if you're not used to stories, some people say stories freak me out. I'm like, so awkward. The only way to not be awkward and to enjoy stories and understand stories and use them to your advantage is to do it and just get comfortable. Any new thing that you do right away is probably not going to be comfortable, but there's a really cool new feature on Instagram where you can actually ask a question when you are going to post. So I am going to grab a picture from my last workout. So grab any kind of personalized picture of you. I'm sure you have some on your phone. I'm going to grab this one. Also a tip, you don't need to leave the old date on there. Just hold on to it and drag it into the trash. Okay, so there's a picture. I'm gonna slide up and I'm going to click on questions. And I'm going to change the color. I'm going to put it, and I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to say, are you still thinking about joining the Lift 4 program or something to that extent? Or do you want more details below? Or you could do a poll where you slide up and you click poll and say, are you already signed up for Lift 4? Do you need more details? You know, something like that. I'm going to definitely challenge you guys to do this right now so that you've put it up on your stories and you have something that you can engage with people with. So I am going to give 5 minutes and we are going to post something on our stories about that. So I'll kind of share as I go through mine. So we'll give it until 11:43. Okay. So I clicked ask me a question, and I'm going to say, I'm going to change it so it doesn't say ask me a question. You can make it anything. Are you, or maybe, let's do this. Are you still considering starting Lift 4 with me? And then I'm going to leave it at that. And then they can type whatever answer that they want. Then I'm going to post one more. And I'm going to do a poll. And I'm asking, are you ready to crush a 4-day-a-week program with myself and the super trainer? All virtually, because a lot of times people don't realize that it's not in person, that it is virtual. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to click for yes. I'm going to put send the link. What, and then on the other one, I'm going to put what's the program details? Or give me details. Because I couldn't fit all that in. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. And you want to put it in a place where it's noticeable, but not where they're always clicking. If someone tends to click on the right side to go through stories and you put it over there, they may end up clicking on it on accident. So put it where they definitely have done it on purpose. And then at the bottom, I'm going to put a little disclaimer. Cannot have a coach or be a coach, so that I am not having conversations with other people's potentials. And there's that. Got 1 minute left. So now let's just see like a crap ton of stories being posted. Yes? Okay. We're going to stop there. If you didn't finish, you can definitely go back to it. later, but write it down so that you hold yourself accountable. And you can tag your upline, you could tag Joel, you can tag me, like whatever you want to do. Let's see. Okay, we're going to spend the next 5 minutes checking our online office. You guys, I cannot even deal when someone's like, I haven't checked my office in days, let alone weeks. Or like, I don't know. I check it several times a day. And so I want you guys to get familiar with your Coach Online office and checking your online office and just being familiar with it. It's your business. It's your desktop. It's your lifeline. So that is the place that, like, when you sit down to work, it should be one of the first tabs that you pop up and open. So I'm going to my Coach Online office now, and we are going to look for, well, I'm going to have to